Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Critical Hitz Podcast. My name is Pokey Scout.
I am Genelite Gaming.
And this is Critical Hits! Ladies and gentlemen, episode 22 of the podcast. Holy crap,
22.
Can't believe we made it here, guys. But the reason we are so excited today, so ecstatic, is because of all the drama that is happening in the Pokemon community.
Yeah.
Not that it ever stopped, and not that there was not enough drama to talk about in the beginning, but we have some new scalpers entering the scene, entering the Pokemon scene, and we also have some repercussions regarding GameStop. And, Genelec, please run the people through a quick little, intro overview of what the podcast is going to be about.
Yeah, I mean, so Scout covered it a little bit, but there's never a shortage of drama in the Pokemon community. And lo and behold, our good friends PSA are back once again for more drama. Back and better than ever. I keep trying to love them, and then they keep doing stuff like this. So we're going to talk about PSA a little bit today. We're going to talk about honestly, I think we should just jump right into it. Good old Lowe's Home Improvement. If anybody's familiar, Home Depot's little brother has decided to enter the Pokemon card scene. Yep. In just the worst way possible. They are selling Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer boxes for $130 US. That is double MSRP, everybody.
Dude, is that double MSRP, or is that MSRP for Prismatic Evolutions for ETB should be like $50?
It's like $50-$60.
Yeah. $130 damn dollars, dude. That's insane to think that they would make that move. Why do you think Lowe's made that move?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
I'll be honest, I don't even know how they got the product. You would have thought that big box stores would have learned from GameStop's $10 million mistake anyway with the Charizard UPCs. But this isn't even the same realm. Like, I don't know why Lowe's is selling Pokemon cards in the first place. Like, you hear about the Dollar General every once in a while, or like a Walgreens or a CVS. Home Improvement Store. This is a new one for me. I don't really know what to make of this.
Well, where do you think they got the allocation for Prismatic from? You know what I mean? Like, when you think about what sets they would have gotten a hold of, I would have assumed some newer sets like Black Bolt, White Flare, Destined Rivals, Mega Evolutions. Those would have been the top four. Like, maybe not Phantasmal Flames, right? Because it was hot in the beginning. Now everybody's trying to move it because it's not doing as well as people were hoping. But I did not see Prismatic Evolutions coming from. Where the hell do you think all this product came from? Because it's not a small amount of product, dude. This looks like product that they paid at least $100 for and are now trying to make a couple extra bucks, which is wild to think that a non-trading card game store would think that it's worth it to spend. I mean, what would you say they dropped on those ETBs? I would say maybe $6,000, and they want to make a 10% profit, maybe closer to 8.
I don't know Lowe's business model. Like, you know how some stores are franchisees? Like Lowe's is the company, but then each store has a different owner.
Yep.
There's a chance that Lowe's is franchised. I don't know if this is true or not. Check it down in the comments if it is. Yeah. And if that's the case, then whoever owns this specific Lowe's store, and I think it does have like a franchisee, and this individual either bought a bunch of Pokemon Prismatic and then now is deciding to sell it. Yep. Or, to your point, they just bought it and they're trying to flip it. Now, the only business reason for this is that it's the holidays, right? It's December. Yeah. You know that people are going to Lowe's for Christmas trees and getting dad his gifts, right? It's very traditional, like, go get dad a drill. And while you're there, maybe you grab dad or kids some Pokemon cards if you're a mom that's there, and the mom doesn't know the price of Pokemon cards, and they're just like, hey, Pokemon, I don't see this anywhere. Buy. Right? So I'm just spitballing here. I have no idea.
I think it's a great spitball. I just can't wrap my mind around the fact that they're actually doing it. Even if it is a franchisee, dude, there's no way this is worth your time and money and effort. Absolutely not. Like, even if you got 2 pallets of Prismatic Evolutions at from distro price, which would have been, $35 in ETB. Yeah. I would not consider that a real win for you, because your store as a whole that's just not your market. You know, that's not the people you're targeting.
I don't know. Yeah, it's very strange to me. Who knows? Maybe it's like the Lowe's friend is like, hey, I got a bunch of prismatic and I really need to sell it. Can you just like give me a couple shelves? Yeah. I mean, like it's like
you're
vending
totally
table.
Right.
It's like sharing. It's like sharing a vending table, but like on a much larger scale.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like where it's like, oh, man, dude, I have not been able to move this prismatic on Facebook Marketplace. Hey, yo, Joe, can I just have like a shelf or two in your Lowe's store? I'm just going to put it up there. Dude, and now Joe's store has gone viral, right? He's like, oh, sweet. Like, I don't know.
Dude, that really could be a thing. I never thought about that. And the idea of that being something that people can do seems super weird, but I guess that's, it's another avenue for sales. But I know nothing about franchising, storefronts.
Or retail. I've never worked. Folks that work retail, can you rent shelves? That'd be a cool business model, to be clear. It's like, hey, this section of the store, you can rent it. Like, how there's
I mean, you're talking about just like renting a space in general, but now incorporating on this shelf, you've got
want row L. How much is row L gonna cost me, right? If I want row L for like a month, what's my monthly rate to try and do that? I don't know. But again, to your point, that wouldn't make any sense because if you're having to pay for it, that would cut into your margins, and there's no way you're making that much money on this. Like, I don't even know how many people are gonna buy at $130. Like, you can find it for cheaper on like eBay. And I actually don't know what the market price is for prismatic is, but
100, 105, 110, who knows?
So it's
either which way. This between Lowe's and GameStop, I can't wrap my mind around some of the moves that these people are making, whether they're franchisees or it is, the regional manager for these stores. Because GameStop right now, I want to see a GameStop because GameStop's not local here in the UK. I would love to see a GameStop that just doesn't have product on their shelves. You know what I mean? Because every picture I see right now is Charizard UPCs just stacked floor to ceiling.
Just stacked.
Nobody's buying them. And it's like, no shit. Don't do that.
Don't
charge $200.
Shout out to the community, though. Good on you guys. Good on us. This is what we were talking about like sticking it to them, talking with your wallet, and like, no, 200 is too high. 180 is probably too high. I told people, I was like, 170 is probably the highest I would ever go. Yeah. And even then, it doesn't feel good. Yeah. Like, because what are these retail at? 120, 130?
Yeah, MSRP is 120, 130. And the Charizard promo is currently going down. But like I told you, man, and because I'm on record saying this, I'm not going to backtrack. If somebody offered a couple to me at $150 a piece, I'd be hard-pressed not to pay it because these are going to be like the Charizard UPCs from Sword and Shield. They are going to explode in value at some point, okay? The pack selection in them is fantastic, and the promos are great, especially when you look at the illustrators that designed the Oricorio and the Charizard, okay? The Oricorio is going to go up in price just because of the illustrator, and the Charizard is going to go up in price because it's Charizard. Like, there's no question, right? It doesn't matter if it hits $20 right now. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it hits $20 right now. Guys, it is going to be expensive in the future. Anyway, so $150, I'm not against paying right now. I probably wouldn't just because there's going to be some people that want to move these a little bit less than 120, right? Because they bought them for 170, 160. So
especially with this new reprint announcement, I don't know if this is confirmed by Pokemon themselves, but multiple different reputable sources have said massive reprint of the Mega Charizard UPC. As well as the Prismatic Evolutions Eevee UPC. So that's interesting because I know a lot of people that went super hard on that Eevee, right? Where they're like, let's get it graded in a 10. There's a population of about 1 billion out there. And I don't know. I think that I'm happy about it because, again, you and I have talked about this. We talk value pretty frequently on this channel. And pretty much every UPC is going to go up. Like every UPC, right? It's a premium product. It's not reprinted often, right? Like you usually get one reprint. The Charizard from Sword and Shield is the one outlier. But even that went up because they're a really nice product. There's a lot of packs in there. They feel luxurious opening them, right? Like it's just one of those things. Like I use my Celebrations. Yeah. I use my Celebrations UPC, like the empty box. As a sorting tool for my graded cards, right? It's like I have like all my like my little microfiber cloth and that kind of stuff in there. So they're always going to go up. no matter how much they reprint. But with these reprints, my number has dropped. I think I had said 170 and you had said 150. Now it is 150, right? Like I don't think you'll ever get these for under retail, but like I do think there's a very good possibility of getting these at retail. Like I do. Yeah. I think it's possible.
Oh, God, yeah. Whether or not you get them at retail, right? Again, I'm going to vehemently remind you guys, the pack selection is spectacular. Okay, so no matter what
Destin Rivals,
Journey Together, I'm telling you, it is not a mid set. It's a good set. It's not a great set. It's a good set. But those sets are going to go up in value at some point, and this is just a great product all in all. And I don't know anybody that's opened this that has been disappointed. Really, like
another.
Dude, I played at a locals tonight, and 3 people had the Charizard playmat out, and I was like, oh my God, that thing is awesome. Like, that is a good-looking playmat. It's a very good product. So, all in all, if you guys are ever contemplating buying the Charizard UPC, if you can get it below 150, I will say on this channel, buy it.
I think it's worth it.
I think it's worth
Especially to open it. I think to do it once, too. That's the thing, right? Like, I mean, if you're not an investor or whatever the heck they call them nowadays, that's fine. But to open it once, I think is super worth it. I agree with you. Now, Scout, you know what other set is going to go to the absolute moon?
What?
Black Bolt, White Flare, baby.
Oh my God, dude, this is the greatest thing you could have brought up because we were just talking about this an hour ago. Black Bolt and White Flare is not having a lot of discussions right now. And no matter what community you are in right now, whether it's the TCG, VGC, Unite, or whatever, as Pokemon fans, nobody is talking about Black and White right now as the era and these cards, which is beautiful because I'm doing a lot of singles buying for the set and for Destin Rivals. No, because nobody's discussing them. Everybody's talking about Mega Evolutions right now, and this is what happened in Sword and Shield, right? Nobody was talking about the singles for Silver Tempest and Crown Zenith.
Zenith all over again.
Yes, dude. You guys have to pay attention to this. If you want to start buying singles right now, and you want to start finishing master sets for Black Bolt and White Flare and Destin Rivals and these later sets
right now.
Oh, like again, you're not going to be able to time the bottom of the market or the bottom of the barrel time to purchase. Okay, but right now is as close as you can get. Feeling, I would say 92% confidence. Okay, the 8% is just because it could go lower, right? But it is such a solid feeling right now to pick up Black and White singles for all these super popular Pokemon between Zekrom and Reshiram for the monochromes and the SIRs.
Great artworks.
Yes, dude, every single one of them. So yeah, Black Bolt White Flare has my vote for skyrocketing, whether it's sealed product and or singles, and we're still waiting for collection boxes for Black Bolt White Flare. We are not seeing any collection boxes, and I think that once we do see them, the prices are going to shoot back up for the singles. So if you guys want to make a move, make the move now before the collection boxes get announced, because then people are going to, like Genelac said, Crown Zenith all over again. We don't want that, guys. We want y'all to get in while the getting's good. Yeah,
and here's the thing. You and I'm a little worried. I'll say it. I'm a little worried about where are the collection boxes? Like Black Bolt White Flare, that the perfect time to do this was around the holiday. This is what you and I thought, like all along. We're like, okay, if Black Bolt White Flare they're going to get a reprint around Christmas. You and I were very sure. It's December 7th.
Yeah,
where they got 2 to 3 weeks. Somebody would have heard something by now. I don't think if we're going to get a reprint. Sometime next year, maybe. I don't know.
End of January, early February, but I feel like they're going to be leaning into a
set. Like I said, So if they listen, man, if they don't reprint Black Bolt White Flare, you'll hear me on record. Black Bolt White Flare will be the most expensive set in the last 10 years if they do not reprint it.
I'm not going to agree with you there. I would say, no.
The lineup is disgusting.
Well, okay, in the last 10 years, dude, I mean, you're taking into account Evolving Skies, right?
I'm taking into borderline team up. Yeah. I'm bringing Team Up in.
Dude, you can't bring Team Up in. They just don't compare. I mean, now some of the artworks, granted, I mean, there are some artworks from Black and Bolt that I would take over Team Up and Evolving Skies every day of the week, okay? But Black Bolt, White Flare, even without collection boxes, I still agree with you that it's going to go through the roof, but I don't think it's going to be one of the most expensive sets in the last 10 years, and I think that's because of the generation of Pokemon that it is, right? Gen 5 was a soft remake of Gen 1, it doesn't have a cult following like Gen 1. It has some great Pokemon with some great artists, but it's not a 151 cult following. Whereas 151 brought people back into the hobby. So if we were having a 151 discussion, that'd be different, right? But they're both specialty sets without booster boxes. So
some of these cards, dude. Some of these cards, like that Reshiram that gets sent into space. Did you see that?
Oh, $56,000.
There's already a storyline to that. They're monochromatics, right, between those three and the EVs. And I think people forget how much hype was around the set before it came out. There are 151 IRs and SIRs.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
Yeah,
the hit rates on this set it's super fun to open. It has incredible artwork. I personally think, listen, man, there's a lot to be done lore-wise with the dragons. We have not seen the original dragon in a game or on a card yet. So all I'm saying is if they ever are to like fully break out and do that, you're going to have that cult following. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. People love the dragons anyway. People love Zekrom and Reshiram.
Don't get me wrong. It's not that people don't love them, right? It's the rest of the generation that I don't think people really, truly loved. You know what I mean?
ZA's helping. I think ZA's helping, though. No, I really do.
I would agree with you. I think ZA is definitely going to help Gen 5, especially when we start talking about all the new Pokemon that received Megas and are going to get Megas, when you're talking about Chandelure and you're talking about Emboar and so on and so forth.
Even the Pokemon who didn't get Megas, though. Like, shout out Florges. Florges is having its time in the spotlight here, baby. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That thing's bust.
Okay. That is a very, very good point. I still don't think it's going to be the most expensive set of the last 10 years. However, I do think it is going to go through the roof. And I think you guys need to listen to Genelec here when he's discussing this topic of wanting to purchase certain sets and certain singles. Because Black Bolt and White Flare, it's about that time. It really is. Destined Rivals is one that I'm focusing more on because there's a lot more product out there, right? So there's a lot more consistent sales moving for Destined Rivals. There's not a lot of... Oh, wow. What are you doing, dude?
I gotta get this boy filled up.
Holy
I gotta get it filled up soon.
Crap! What is that?
This is the shout out. I mean, Voltex doesn't sponsor us. Maybe one day they will. This is the Scarlet and Violet Black Bolt White Flare combo binder. So they made a Black Bolt White Flare for each. There was one that was black. There was one that was white for each set. Or you could buy the combo binder. So this is just to give people an idea. I have 0 cards in here, by the way.
Yeah.
Got this delivered.
Yeah.
But this is to give you an idea of how many cards you're going to need to master set this thing.
Oh my God.
This is how many cards you're going to need, brother.
Dude, that's insane. I mean, oh my God. Each page is 16 cards.
I know.
How many pages does it have? 40?
I think so.
Yeah, it's got to have something close to that. Yeah,
the coolest part about this though, so the first half is the white. That's why it's white pages. And then it flips to black pages.
Oh,
so
no,
you put
that's
the white
cool.
Flare and then the Black Bolt all in one binder.
Oh, I don't like that white Flare.
Not sponsored.
First. I'm sorry, my OCD just went off.
It should be Black Bolt.
It should be Black Bolt then White Flare. Why the hell is it White Flare then Black Bolt?
Talk to Voltex about it, but
hey,
so no.
Vault free promo, but dude, you got to change that. There's, I can't look at that binder. I'm gonna turn that binder upside down. You might have had it upside down. That way it's Black Bolt, White Flare.
No, I don't think I did. It depends. Are you open it left to right or right to left?
It doesn't matter at this point. And as long as Black Bolt goes first.
Wait, I had it upside down.
Did you?
It's Black Bolt, then White Flare.
Oh, thank God, dude. I was wondering. I was like, there's no way.
Nah, they would never make that kind of a mistake.
I was like, dude, come on, man. We got to work on this alphabetizing thing. That's funny, though, dude.
Voltex,
I love that.
Voltex sponsor us. We love you. I have many of your binders.
We do.
But yeah, so
we do. We enjoy the hell out of you.
Just to give an idea of how many cards, singles there are going to be. I don't even know. What's the number? Do you know the number?
I have no idea what the number is for a Black Bolt White Flare Master set.
Are you ready?
I have no idea. Oh, what? Tell me.
I looked it up. So it varies slightly, but it's about 400 cards per set.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So it's 800.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's a lot of cards.
That's a lot of cards. That's going to get costly, dude. That is going to be expensive, but it's going to be worth it in my mind. I mean, having a master set of Black Bolt White Flare. Oh, get some extra cards too. Get some extra IRs. Now, I will say though, when we're talking about this, I want to talk about Ascended Heroes and looking at the card list and looking at Mega Dream EX. Have you seen some of these cards?
It's going to cost me so much money to get my sweet boy. You know how I feel about Dragonite.
Bro.
Also, you know what? I want some credit here. What did I say about Mega Dragonite? What did I say?
You've said quite a few things.
I knew people would come around. It's a fantastic Mega. And you know what? I want an apology. You guys were wrong. He's awesome.
Oh, I'm not apologizing to you. I still think it's bad. I still think Dragonite's bad. I will not go back on my word there. No offense to you, right? And it's in this card.
I'm blinded by bias. I'll be very clear.
Good. Even though you are blinded by bias, credit where credit is due. That artwork, 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it's really good.
What do you rate it as?
I'm gonna give it a 9. You know I'm gonna give it a 9.
Yeah. It's not perfect, but I love the incorporation of the prior evolutions.
Really
you know how much I enjoy that, especially with the Charizard card and the Gardevoir. Yep. I think they knocked it out of the park with that.
Well, you know what the best tag 10? I'm not even gonna say PSA's name anymore. That's the last time you'll hear me say it. You know what the best tag 10 collection or Beckett Black Label collection is gonna be?
What?
I can't wait for somebody to go back through. And they're going to grab all the SIRs that have the evolution lines in the card.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to go grab each card that has all 3 in it. I'm not talking 151, right?
No,
where it's 3 separate cards.
You're talking about the Charizard and Gardevoir and Dragonite SIRs. Yep.
Is Ryulu in the Mega Lucario?
No.
They missed there. God, because you could have included it in that.
That's what I'm telling you. That's the reason when we were talking about that one, fake card that came out.
Mega Lucario. You're right. You're right. They can still do it with the Mega Lucario card.
They could do that with Mega Lucario if they did like a Mega Lucario Z, right? Or a Mega Lucario. Well, if they did a Mega Lucario Z card, more than likely they would put Lucario and then Riolu.
Have we talked about Mega Lucario Z yet?
We have not, and I think this is a great opportunity, guys. You know what? Genelac, on 3, I would like for you to rate Mega Lucario Z out of 10. 3, 2, 1, 8.
6.
I don't even think I said 8 in the short form. I think I said 7. Yeah.
Why'd you go up?
I didn't mean to go up. I meant to say what my number was.
You're just in a good mood today. You're like, what?
I'm in a great mood. But guys, it doesn't matter about my great mood because Genelac hates this thing.
It's not that I hate it. It's that it is so underwhelming in almost every facet. It's a fantastic Pokemon. It's a fantastic Pokemon. Lucario's goated. Everybody knows it's like one of my top 3 to 5 favorite Pokemon.
Yeah.
You didn't change the typing, dude. Why does Lucario, Mega Lucario, and Mega Lucario Z all have the same typing?
Big miss.
You gave it a different look. You tried to give it a different feel. Why did you not make it Fighting Psychic? The whole community wanted it. I just don't get it.
Fighting Psychic would have been broken, dude.
Yeah, it would have been fine. Like, there were so many things you could do here, and you just didn't. Even Fighting Fairy would have been so sick.
Fighting Fairy would have been disgusting, but it would have gotten its butt kicked by Mega Scolipede.
True, but I don't care because that's a cool offset to the Fighting Steel, right?
It is.
So, like, I don't know. And, like, there's some asymmetry going on with the design, which I know some people like, but for me, like, I don't know. I haven't seen the stats yet. I don't know if the stats have been announced.
Yeah.
If they didn't switch it up where it's like heavily defensive or something, I just don't get it.
Yeah, but you see, when you were looking through the statement about it, it doesn't even seem to be a super defensive Pokemon.
It's not. It's just faster. They're like, oh, the animation is faster.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. And yeah, I think they put out. Well, didn't they put out a little statement that it was going to be like this one move was going to take a lot of its Mega Evolution or the power behind the stone?
No, it's not that. It's its evolution in general. So basically, what they're saying is all of your cast animations for the Pokemon are faster.
Yeah,
which is really good for Z to A because you're going to get the move off faster.
Yep.
But it also drains its Mega Gauge quicker. So you're not in a Mega form as long as a standard Mega form. So, and it's interesting because Z to A is weird because I don't know if everybody's going to agree with me on this. I think speed is a dead stat in Z to A.
In Z to A, is that just because of the format that you're battling in?
Yes. So it's interesting. Speed only affects your cooldowns.
What?
It doesn't affect.
Wait. Say that again. Say that again for the people. Speed only affects what?
Affects your cooldowns for your moves. Because remember, there's no like PP for moves.
Yeah.
They're just on a cooldown. So the faster your Pokemon is, the more times you can spam out a move because the cooldown for that move is lower. However, most Pokemon, you're running heavy hitting moves, and you have 4 of them. So you're and you can switch out. And the main battle mechanic is like, hey, I have a Gyarados out there. Somebody's going to try and Thunderbolt me. I'm going to switch out into a ground type. So you don't even really care how fast your cooldowns are, because if you're going to switch the Gyarados back in at any given point, it's going to have its cooldowns back up. So nukes are the way to go.
Oh, so it resets in the Pokeball?
Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. Dang. I didn't realize that. That's actually, then why the hell would you ever want to run any strategic movesets? You just want to run AoEs. You just want to literally blow up your opponent.
That's why everybody's running Draco Meteor, Flash Cannon.
Yeah.
Like, that's why you see Mewtwo wide dominating the scene, because you run Ice Beam, Psychic,
Ball?
Focus Blast, like
that's
anything
crazy.
like that.
That seems like a very very biased meta. Seems like
but I mean, it's definitely not as balanced as the regular games, right? Because the regular games, like, you have Trick Room where you can set that, and it's definitely not that. But I don't know. I like it because it's you're heavily weighted towards whatever attack, whether you're attack or special attack.
Okay.
And then honestly, where I dump all my points is HP.
That makes sense. In a sense, yeah.
Right, because
it makes sense.
You can't plan for...
Yeah, what would you do?
You can't plan for whether you're getting hit by a special attacker or an attacker very often.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna buff up your special defense or defense very frequently.
No.
So why not just use... HP is the most effective stat point, in my opinion. So I just go max HP and then max either special attack or attack for like almost all of my Pokemon.
I mean, that makes a ton of sense. Especially in the environment that you're talking about. I'm a little confused here as to why it's so unbalanced. But granted, I mean, it's just full-blown chaos. It is when you start...
It's a battle
how they... Yeah, never mind. You know what? I take that back. That makes a lot of sense.
Now, the one thing I'm not fully clear on, and people can check me in the comments on this, is if speed impacts your movement speed.
Okay, that's where I was kind of curious... Because
I know that Geomancy does, because it literally says it in the move. It improves its movement speed for Xerneas. So I don't know if that's the case. And to be honest with you, I haven't played in any tournaments or anything, but I've hit rank A every season. But that's not
is this movement speed as far as your Pokemon actually moving around the arena, or is it movement speed as far as how quickly they get off the attack? Right, like let's say by the time you click Draco Meteor, it's neither.
So neither. My understanding is that speed only impacts cooldowns. It does not impact your cast time, which is why Mega Lucario Z is so interesting. Yeah. Because it's going to be able to, in theory, Mega Lucario Z versus Mega Lucario Z is always going to win. Want to know why? Because it's going to get Aura Sphere off first.
Yeah.
Like, literally, the move happens faster. They could have, Mega Lucario could have double the speed stat than the Lucario Z, and it won't matter because the Aura Sphere just gets off faster. Now, will Aura Sphere, if it's a 2-shot, then Lucario's going to win because the cooldown's going to come up quicker. Unless you have 2 fighting type moves, right? Because it's like bam, bam.
Yeah, you go Aura Sphere, Focus Blast, something like that.
Or you have like a Fire Punch. So that's what a lot of people do, is they run one really heavy move, and then they, like Dragonite, for example, runs Extreme Speed. Because Extreme Speed's cast time is almost nothing. So you hit it, and if you need any more damage, you finish it off with Extreme Speed real fast.
That's wild. What a hell of a meta. How the hell do you win battles? Are you winning a lot of battles?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've hit rank A every single time.
I thought he goes, oh, well, yeah. No, I don't know. I'm not playing this game.
It's more like a MOBA, to be honest with you, where it's like, hey, you got to do some setup time. Swords Dance and Nasty Plot are busted. Right?
Because what about coin bonus?
You just turn... Huh?
What about coin... Make It Rain, sorry.
Oh, Make It Rain. I don't know. No one... is Goldango even in the game? I don't think he's in the game.
Oh, never mind. I got so excited. You know how much I love Goldango. Anyway, sorry. Nasty Plot.
I don't think he's in the game.
Yep, my bad.
Yeah, so you do your setup.
Yep.
Right? And the thing is you have to be able to target somebody to set up. So you can't just like spam all this stuff like off in the corner, right? You have to be close enough to somebody to like target them. Yeah. Because that's how you get your moves to show up.
Okay.
So you do that. So a lot of people, like, for instance, what I like to do is I have a Raichu that I start with, and I throw up Light Screen and Reflect.
Okay.
And then depending on what's out there, it also has Nasty Plot. And then it has Thunder, or Thunderbolt, because Thunder sucks, because its cast animation is way too slow, so it misses all the time.
Okay, gotcha.
So if I see, like, a Gyarados, I'm going to Nasty Plot, and then I'm going to Thunderbolt it from afar. They probably won't even see me.
Yeah.
To see if I can steal a KO point.
Yeah.
If I don't see anything that I can snipe with a Thunderbolt, I immediately move into my favorite Pokemon to use is Mega Charizard X. I move into Mega Charizard X because then I can Swords Dance. And let me tell you, a Mega Charizard X that has Sword Dance going with a Reflect and a Light Screen.
Yeah.
And you can Flare Blitz or Dragon Rush or Iron Tail, anything you want.
What?
It's awesome. So, like, you see a Zygarde, Dragon Rush. You see a Xerneas or a Gardevoir, Iron Tail. Anything else, Flare Blitz.
That's insane.
It's really good.
That's awesome.
So that's like my favorite combo. And then if I see a bunch of stuff that I know is going to be weak to special attackers, like I see a Steelix out there or something, then I'll switch into, I like using I use Mega Dragonite sometimes as a special attacker. I'll use Zygarde every once in a while. I've tried Ampharos because Ampharos' special attack stat is busted as a Mega.
Yeah.
So I usually run one Pokemon that cannot Mega Evolve and then two that can.
Interesting. Okay. So, question, are you going to start recording some of your battles and posting them online? Because I want to watch some of this. And I think our viewers do too. Those that don't play Legends EA, I'm very curious to see, number one, his commentary on this, because I want to understand what's going through his mind when you are playing these games. I think that should be something that you incorporate into your content, or just in a Critical Hits special, is just Genelac playing Legends EA. I'll even do a little Scout playing, the TCG. Right, but I want to understand.
Well, you're
going to
get CA, so we could just do it together.
I am maybe not in the process of getting Legends EA, so who knows? Nobody will ever know.
I will say, I do have some clips that I need to upload because I did end a game with a triple KO with a I think it was a Dragon Rush from Mega Charizard X, and so everybody was brawling. And for whatever reason, I spawned in and nobody saw me. And so with literally 2 seconds left, I knocked out the entire the Dragon Rush. And I was like, okay, I got to post this. Like, this is sick.
That is so cool. No, post that. I want to see that. I know a lot of people would like to watch stuff like that.
My camera roll is so deep right now between the Japan trip, all of the Z to A content, the Pokemon Go battles that I have going on. Pokemon Go's in a weird spot right now, but we can talk about that later.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to hear about Pokemon Go just because I didn't play the Lugia raid day that they had, or excuse me, Dynamax Lugia raid day.
Dynamax.
Yeah, the Dynamax Lugia.
You didn't miss much.
Well, so I'm a little curious about Pokemon Go too, and I just want to make sure that our viewers are like not getting so overwhelmed by ZA because do you think ZA is widely popular right now? Then the reason I ask is because I am meeting a lot of people that like they either really enjoy ZA or they hate it.
I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest. I haven't met anybody that hates it. I've met people that either really like it or they haven't tried it and they claim they hate it.
Yeah.
I haven't met anybody that's like, picked it up and played 20 hours and it's like, yeah, this game sucks. Yeah. I have not met that person yet.
Okay.
But they might exist, to be clear. I mean, people like games for different reasons.
I've met a couple, and it was more like they were disappointed. So maybe hate's a strong word, right? Say they're disappointed. But it seems like the response from ZA at we're 2 months after release is extremely positive. Extremely.
I think it is. I think it's a great game. I think it's. I don't know. Like this is where Pokemon needs to go. And did they do it like absolutely perfect? No. But like it's fun, it's chill, it's
they never
like
do it perfect.
I mean that's the thing. I could see this 1-on-1 battle royale format coming to Worlds and just being so hype. Yeah. Like it's a level of chaos that no Pokemon game has had besides Pokemon Unite.
Yeah.
And Pokemon Unite is a 5v5 MOBA. It's very complicated, so it's hard to understand. So like I don't know. I hope Pokemon continues with this.
Yeah.
And there is some kind... Because I will say, Fortnite came out in 2016?
Yeah, 2017.
And I'll say Pokemon did not capitalize on any battle arena or MOBA. They followed the MOBAs, right?
Yeah,
but they were so late. Dota 2 came out in like 2012, dude.
Yeah.
Unite came out in like 2018. So they were like 6 years late to the MOBA scene.
Yep.
And they're going to be they're like 9 years late to the battle arena scene.
Yeah. Almost a decade behind. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe that's part of the strategy, and they're trying to like, hey, you know what? Some people have like cooled on like the battle arenas. Let's bring Pokemon's twist to it.
That's interesting you say that though, because then they're coming out with Pokemon Pocopia, which is very Animal Crossing Farmville-esque, right? So
how long has that been around?
I mean, yeah, that's been around 10 years now. So but why would Pokemon want to be so far behind on that? Do they really think they're going to capitalize on capturing that same group of people that are playing? I can't see that being a solid reason. I mean, it's 10 years behind.
I think Pokemon just really wants to do things right, and they're slow to adopt. That's what I'll say. Because they're so good at what they do.
Okay.
That they're like, we're not in any rush to do, like, we don't need to save our franchise. We don't need to do anything crazy. You know what I mean? Like, that's what fair. Pokemon's saying.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, we can, every once in a while, let's go dabble in something that was really successful in a different niche.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And bring it
fair.
into our niche.
Yes.
So I would love, I've had it on record for how long now? If Pokemon were to make an auto battler, I would drop everything and I would immediately try to go pro in that auto battler. It is by far my favorite genre. I still watch Hearthstone Battleground streamers, even though I hardly play it at all anymore. TFT was sick. Dota Auto Chess was sick. Like, I've liked every type. And Pokemon has it all there. The typings are there. The sprites are there. Like, they could do it so easy. So, if I had one hope, like, if you were to ask me, and maybe we do this in the New Year's episode of, like, hey, what do you hope Pokemon does in 2026?
Yeah.
That would be at the top of the list for me.
That's so cool. I love that. And Pokemon's already doing, you're mentioning that. Pokemon's already doing that with Pokemon Pocopia. Because that's something that I want something super simple that I can.
You've wanted that for a long time.
God, dude,
you wanted the chill farming economy game where you can just get on there, no thoughts, just vibes. You're just like, yeah, I'm gonna water this plant with my Squirtle.
Dude, yes, that's all I want, man. Elle and I have been playing Minecraft. We're in our 2-week phase of Minecraft right now. You know, you know that, and so she's just over here building, very cute houses.
I'm gonna build a house.
Yeah, dude, I'm farming and I'm digging holes. That's it. That's all I've ever wanted Pokemon to be. Like, I love as much as I love the old games and the turn-based.
Aren't these cool stairs?
And she hates me digging holes because I just dig big squares, 20 by 20 blocks. Yeah, and I just stairs all the way down to like -100 or whatever it goes to, and then I go to the Netherworld. That's it.
That was kind of my favorite thing to do in Animal Crossing.
Yes.
Was you'd go fishing.
Yes.
I just go fishing, man.
Dude, I'm telling you.
What am I going to go catch today?
I'm going to go catch some shiny Magikarp. I cannot wait for Pokemon Pocopia to come out and me to just use a fishing rod. And I will sit there for 10,000 times until I get a shiny Magikarp.
I mean, people know I play a lot of different games.
Yeah.
There was a time in my life. Have you ever heard of New World?
I don't think so.
New World was a really big game that came onto the scene.
I've heard
kind of
Outer
an
World.
MMORPG.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's called New World. It's called New World Eternatum now because it's like it's a expansion to it.
Okay.
But New World was a beautiful game.
Yeah.
Like the graphics, the movement. It was a really well built game.
Yeah.
It shot itself in the foot for a variety of different reasons.
Yep.
But it was a great game, and you could go fishing in New World.
Nice.
And if I were to tell you how often me and my buddies would hop on, and they'd try to come find me, and I would be on a remote beach on the northeast corner of the planet, just chilling. I would set up a little campfire and I'd be fishing. It was great. Just
fishing. Well, I mean, were you having just awful thoughts about your favorite grading card company, PSA, while you were fishing?
No, they were so far from my brain that listen. Okay, yeah, let's. You know what, Scout? You start. What? Poke Scout. PSA has been up to some shenanigans. What shenanigans have they? Tell the people, because I don't think I could do it straight faced. So I'm gonna let you start this.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, just so you guys understand how much I love the word shenanigans, it's my second favorite word in the English dictionary. Okay. Shenanigans is one of the greatest words ever devised by humans in our history. But
it is a great word.
They are. The PSA is up to some shenanigans, and I know everybody has seen this so far. This is PZPTCG, I believe, is the name of the guy on Twitter who posted this. And PZPTCG, I'm not going to tell the general public that you were paid off by PSA, but boy, does it feel like it. Because you posted on Twitter the thread of, hey guys, look at this. I received a report from PSA about 3 of my slabs. Well, I think it was more than 3, right? It was
dozen.
More than 3. Yeah, it was like a dozen or 2 dozen slabs. And it was all, hey, PSA has declared these at PSA 9s. Would you like to sell these back? Yes or no? Okay. And the buyback offer was like $30 or $34. He decided, yeah, you know what? I am going to sell them back for $30 or $34. Like, this is crazy to me.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want these.
Yeah, I don't want these. Right? It costs me.
He doesn't want this huge chunk of 9s. You mean?
Yeah,
why not?
Right? I'd rather just make the $10. I got to enjoy the car. Just give me the $10 back on top of the grading fees. Right? So he does that, and then he discovers that PSA is starting to list them. Right. And the wild thing, I want to make sure I understand this, was listing them underneath PSA 10 labels with the same cert number. So it's not like this guy was being super dramatic. He literally saw this being posted by PSA, and it was the same exact cert number for this Pikachu and Zekrom tag team.
He's lucky he caught it.
Dude, could you imagine? Well, okay, this is a hypothetical. What if he didn't catch that? Because he ended up catching it, and he sent the request back to PSA or whatever and said, what is happening? Because I think in the original post, he said that he's the one that discovered it. It wasn't PSA that reached out to him and said, we made the error. He saw it. So hypothetically, would PSA have double-checked their mistake? Would they have regraded this? Would they have checked their files? And what would they have done? Hypothetically, I'm curious. I mean, what do you think? We were warning people about this for months, dude. PSA is absolutely going to buy back cards, and they're going to regrade them. We said it. Like, whether or not they did it on purpose, okay? The optics are awful. Absolutely. Like, you don't get out from underneath the scrutinization.
They will, though. But PSA made a statement. And they basically said it was very clear that the cards were graded unfairly.
But you are literally accepting the liability that you are that you have the potential to be an unfair grader, or that you have so much subjectivity behind your grading that it could be unfairly graded.
That's what like the QA manager said to him. Right? Was like, yes. And you know what? We need to get him on the podcast. If somebody has his contact information, I would love to have him come on, have a quick 15-minute conversation to get the story from his side, right? So that we're not over here wildly speculating too much, but this is what we do. Hello. But yeah, I mean, I've said this since day one.
Yeah.
PSA, it's the largest conflict of interest I've ever seen.
Yep.
No grading company should be selling.
Yeah.
You are a grading company.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you are meant to be. And your authenticity is your brand.
Your integrity.
Not partnering with eBay. Not partnering with GameStop. Not making card sales. The way you're supposed to make money is by grading cards.
Yeah.
Not by selling the graded cards.
Mm-hmm.
The second you start selling the graded card product that you yourself are grading.
Yep.
It is, I cannot describe to you how close that is to insider trading. It does not make sense to me why people are okay with this. Why people even value PSA at this point. Like, I just don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, you see everybody, all the comments are like, even for pro PSA people, they're like, you know, I use Tag or Beckett or CGC for my personal collection, but it's just too hard to move. It's only hard to move because all of you guys are valuing PSA higher than the other grading companies.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. Be the change you want to be in the world. I don't know what else to say.
That's why we're submitting to Tag. That is why we consistently use Tag, is because number one, we believe in their authenticity and we believe in what they're trying to provide to us as the product of the ultimate transparency. That dig report is everything. PSA does not, here, this is just because of what you said. PSA does not want to put out a dig report because then they would not be able to, or it would be harder for them to do this whole, hey, it graded a 9. Right? And then, oh, guys, sorry, this was unfairly graded. It's going to be a 10, right? But now I guarantee you they won't ever make the mistake of using the same serial number. Swear to God, they won't.
No.
I mean,
Anyway. Say what you want about Tag.
Yep.
I have been very open about my journey in grading.
Mm-hmm.
I just started grading 2 years ago.
Yep.
Right? Up until that point, I was a master set collector. Or I would buy the slab outright. Yep. Right? That's how I got my lovebirds. I just started grading. And I've told everybody, I'm going to grade with each service.
Yep.
And give you my honest opinion.
Yep.
So far, I've graded with Tag. I've graded with PSA. I'm planning on grading with Beckett.
Yep.
And to be honest with you, I probably won't do CGC. Nothing against CGC. I just don't like the look of the label.
Yep.
I have no other way to say it. I hate the bubble, all of the numbers and stuff. So I probably won't do them.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? You guys do you. But what I'll say, so far, Tag blows PSA out of the water from a grading experience. It is not comparable. Each slab came individually sleeved in its own bag, so you can do a grade reveal.
Yep.
You get a dig report telling you exactly what's wrong with it. It was cheaper. It was faster.
Yeah.
The only downside to a Tag slab is the fact if I were to ever go list it, it is going to be worth less than a PSA slab.
Yep.
Why? The community. That's why. So I don't know. I don't get it. Like I've been on record saying if PSA were to come out with a dig report and create a black label, they'd be the best grading company in the market because they own the market.
Yep.
They already have it.
Yeah.
It's theirs to lose.
Yep. Exactly.
And they're gonna lose it.
Yep. Dude, this sounds so dumb to say, and I know this sounds dumb to say, but I am like rethinking how I want to be as a vendor when it comes to graded cards because of situations like this. Seriously. Like, I don't want to deal in graded cards right now. I want to deal in explicitly singles because of what is happening with PSA. Because the more I use PSA and the more I push PSA and their product as a vendor, that is me supporting this illness. That is me supporting this company that owns the entire market.
How viral would you go if you were vending and you refused to buy PSA slabs and you had only like Tag and Ace and CGC in your thing? And if somebody were to offer you a PSA slab, you would offer them like an 80% markdown because it's PSA.
Dude,
like, do you think
I'd offer them 60%?
What do you think people would? What do you think people's response would be?
I think people would call me an idiot. Like, there's no question. I think people would be like, hey, you're being dramatic. You don't, like, yes, PSA made a mistake and whatever, but, you know, that's still the best grading card company on the market. And that's what they would say. They would say, that is the best grading card company on the market.
It has the best value.
Yes, exactly. Right? And it's like, I wish I just had my Tag collection up behind me, because the deal is, man, I am affiliated with Tag and I believe in everything that they do. And the hardest thing
Tag,
about
guys.
And the hardest thing about being a vendor, especially here in the UK where Tag is just not super accessible, is it's not the company to push, right? So it's hard as a vendor. You know, you have to play into PSA because and this is another thing, like Ace grading. Somebody's going to ask me about Ace grading. I feel similar to Ace, how I do about PSA, right? I just don't really vibe with Ace, and I heard a couple of rumors, and I'm not trying to spread a rumor mill. I'm just going to tell you guys what I heard from a couple of other vendors, and all it was, hey, Randolph brought these cards in because he owns it, and this is not a dig. I'm just repeating this. Randolph brought cards into his Ace grading, dropped off like 50 or 60 cards, and received them back 24 hours later. Every single one of them got a 10, and then he did a live stream, right? And these were all cards that he had bought from a card show. And the source of this, I trust him a lot. He said he trusts his source, yada, yada, yada. This could be 10th hand information, right? But he walked in, dropped off 50 or 60 cards that he bought from a card show, and all of them got 10s, and then he did a £1 stream selling all these Ace 10 slabs. Like, you know, I like some of the labels for some of these cards. but I'm not that big of an ace guy.
You know what? And here's what I'm going to say. PSA, if you guys ever see this, we think you guys could be great. You already are pretty great. If you want to send a representative onto the podcast and have them come talk to us, no, seriously, about the go-to-market strategy, about the thought process behind wanting to sell graded cards, we would welcome that.
Yes.
Seriously, like that's we are not here to just like throw out accusations and spread rumors. I would love to talk about it. I would love to know. I'm sure our viewers would as well. So at this point in time, I'm going to try Beckett now. And we'll see how much I like Beckett.
Oh, yeah.
But right now, I can tell you that Tag is above PSA for me, both from a eligibility, or Tag is above PSA for me for both a personal collection standpoint as well as a credibility and authenticity standpoint. Right now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that can't change, and people are like, ugh, but you have a whole bunch of PSA. You're right. I got a crap load of them. Because I'm not one that's just going to sit here and throw out accusations. I'm going to go find out stuff for myself. I'm going to make mistakes. That's the whole point of it. So that's I don't know how I would love to have him on, because he then released a statement of like, it's all good now. I talked to him.
Yes.
It's no big deal.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, come on. What's going on here?
Yeah, and that's and I again, I know you said that just now. We don't want to throw out accusations, and I will say I did throw out an accusation. Like, obviously, PZP TCG got paid off.
Oh no, you said it looked like he was paid off.
Yeah,
you said it looked like.
Yes,
which is fine.
So okay, well, in that case, I used the proper grammar, right, to make sure that nobody's going to get all butthurt. But seriously, the optics behind this, number one, PSA, you're doing some scummy shit. Okay, the optics look awful.
Yeah,
and PZP. The optics don't look like super favorable to you as far as, whether or not you solved this, amicably, like, hey, all good PSA, don't even worry about it. Or if it was like, all good PSA, don't worry about it. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's the thing. There's such a big difference between this and the woman who went viral Tag because the Tag card was damaged.
Yes.
And she stood her ground, and Tag did a really good job of compensating. Right? They're like, hey, we recognize that specific card.
Yep.
It will never be the way you want it to be. But here's the full market value for that card, plus a new card of the same grade quality. We understand that it does not have the same sentimental value. We hope this makes things whole.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that was all public because she was public and Tag was public about it.
Yep.
Well, actually, Tag probably wouldn't have been that public about it because it doesn't benefit them, but she was.
Yeah.
He did not do that.
Nope.
He sent out 2 tweets. One was like, hey, this is a huge problem. I'm not happy about this. 2 was actually, LOL, we're cool.
Yes. And that's the thing that drives me crazy, man. Like, there's
that's not exactly what he said.
That
was the sentiment I got.
But,
that's the sentiment I got. So.
Look, that was the Spark Notes version of this second tweet, because that's legitimately what it was, because you saw how many people making this video
on TikTok.
It up.
We'll throw up a screenshot of it. We'll throw up screenshots of all this throughout. But, I don't know. So, I just...
Dude,
when does the change come?
And here's what's crazy, and I just so everybody knows, right? Guys, again, as a vendor, okay, part of the thing is I need some value at my table, right? So I have been heavily debating on sending to PSA, and I want you guys to look at this stack of cards. This isn't a small stack. This is quite a big stack of cards between Pokemon and One Piece.
High value, too.
Yes, dude, it is 24 cards, okay? I have had this ready and in the pending inbox for PSA for a week now, right? I am so close to deleting this submission until I feel more confident about this, because I have not been. No, I mean, I've already sent a submission off to Beckett. I've got 3 there right now.
Yeah.
But these I know won't, grade well at Beckett. I know they'll grade well at PSA. But now, now I'm not. BGS, now I don't know. Actually, I take that back. Now I don't know.
You'll get a BGS 9.5, and it'll be worth 80% of what a PSA 10 is. No, and just to be clear, I'm not all up with PSA 2. GameStop is also up to shenanigans.
Oh, I'm just as mad at GameStop, especially with their power packs, as I am with PSA.
Oh, did you see this? Did you see the first edition Shining Charizard shenanigans?
I'm sorry.
Did you see this?
No. Whoa.
Okay,
whoa. New realm here, huh?
Guys, I'm giving Scout some new intel. I can't wait to see how he reacts to this one.
Mm-hmm.
So, they have their power packs. They're digital packs that you can pull the digital card.
Yep.
And then you could choose to either take it or sell it, just like PSA.
Yeah.
Right? The guy pulls the first edition Shining Charizard in the digital pack. And GameStop gives it an evaluation of $17,000. PSA's evaluation on their site is $21,000.
Yeah.
So now this guy has a decision to make. Do I sell it back to GameStop for $17,000, or do I take it myself? That's the only deal. You have 7 days to accept. That's it. And they will buy it back from you, and they'll put it back in their packs again, right? So he took it. He took the money. He's like, you know what? I got really lucky. I'm really thankful for this. $17,000 is still a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I will say, you and I talk about this a lot, about there's an ease of access and a liquidity thing here.
Yes.
Where, to find a first edition Shining Charizard,
it's
not easy.
No.
It's not easy to do. And I don't know many people that would let go of it in a PSA 10 for $17,000. So GameStop got a great deal.
Yeah.
Because they could now throw it back in there, or they could resell it however they want. And they'll still probably make a profit on it. So, what are your thoughts to all this?
Well, okay. I'm going to start by addressing, the difference in value. We have handled a first edition PSA 10 Shining Charizard. And I can tell you right now, I know of 3 private sales that have been around the $20,000 mark, between $20,000 and $22,000. Whether or not that was cash and or a trade cash bundle deal of sorts.
Yeah.
I do not think that the price difference was malicious. In thinking, because PSA and GameStop, right? Yeah. They are obviously in cahoots. Okay. But there are no, seriously, there are
eBay too. eBay too. Throw eBay in there.
And eBay. PSA, GameStop, eBay. Now, the discrepancy of $4,000 could absolutely just have come from whatever system they were using to get the valuation, whether or not it was somebody just pulled it up on Collector or somebody just pulled up the eBay recent solds and took the average of the last 3 publicly sold, right? I don't think that was, maybe I'm being a little too optimistic here saying that it wasn't malicious, right? But still, that whole power pack thing, buyback deal, whatever slab it is, I think they should absolutely go to the company and say, what is your valuation of this? Like, if they did a power pack version of tag slabs,
you say GameStop should do this.
Yeah. Yeah, I want GameStop to go to the company and say, hey, based on your sales records for these cards, what is your valuation of that? Now, that opens up a whole new can of worms, because now PSA could literally just say, oh, we think that Charizard's $25,000 and just write $25,000 on their website. So, there's no win-win here. I'm not a huge fan of these power packs. You knew that. As soon as we started talking about it,
Can I say something a little controversial?
Yeah, what you got?
How I'm gonna be as transparent as I can here. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I think power packs are quite literally online gambling.
Yeah, they are. That's why I don't like them.
Think about what this guy did.
Yeah.
This guy bet, how much is a power pack? $100 or $500?
Sure, $100. I don't know.
Let's say he bet. So I placed the bet down for $100. It rolls a random generator, and I hit for 17. Yeah. Because that's effectively what happened. He never saw the pack. He never opened it with his hands, and he never felt the card physically. Yeah. It was all digital. How is that not online gambling?
I don't know, and it drives me crazy at the fact that this is widely accepted and everybody's loving it. Like, actually loving it.
It doesn't make any sense.
I know.
It's so against the collecting mentality.
That's because this is not for collectors, dude. This is, and
you guys don't want to see your cards. You don't want to look at them and feel them and touch. I don't get it.
This might be a strange thing to say. I don't think that online gambling and that power bank thing is for collectors. I just think it's for, gambling addicts. And granted, I love a good night of gambling.
Me and you love to hit the craps table.
Oh, yeah. I love to gamble. But incorporating this gambling feature with the IP that we love so much, I'm not a fan of it, right? And there's been like the gambling that I have done associated with Pokemon has been raffles. I used to do raffles all the time.
Buy a $20 slot. You knew what you were doing, though.
Oh, yeah. Yes, right. But I wasn't risking, $100 or $150 or $200 or whatever. I was like, this was $20 and that was the number. You know what I mean? And if I won it, great. If I didn't, but
again, that was crowdsourced too. This feels different. It's under a national brand like GameStop. Yes. You know what I mean? Like that was Facebook Marketplace shenanigans. I'm gonna use shenanigans as many times as I can on the baby. But like this. That is right. Like
that's going in the thumbnail.
That's what it was.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not happy. I'm really not happy, and I'm not going to defend any of these companies. But the fact that we've got PSA and GameStop and eBay that are the center of attention and will continue to be the center of attention moving forward in their little trifecta of shenanigans is dangerous. It is dangerous to everybody that wants to stay in because, it's like what happened with Netflix. Netflix just bought Warner Brothers. Right? Guess what Netflix is going to do? They are going to absorb HBO Max within the next 5 years, and they are going to run theaters into the ground. They are going to start charging $50 a month for their services, right? And everybody's just going to be a couch potato. And PSA and GameStop and eBay are going to do something very similar where PSA is going to start running card shows. Guarantee you they are going to start organizing card shows. And it's going to be just a one massive buying station. Come sell us your singles. And they're going to pay 90% of the current market because they are going to purchase TCG Player or they are going to manipulate the sales on eBay and they're going to pay their prices raw. And then they're going to sell their PSA 10 copies for God knows how much. But they're going to start coming after the little people. And by that, I mean establishing the buying stations. Not going to other vendors and paying vendors 90 to 95% of the product they already have, right? But going straight to the consumer. Hey, guess what? Come on, pay you 90% for this card here. And, I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to come to a PSA card show? Right, where PSA would just take their entire inventory and just set it up at 100 different tables. And you don't even have to pay vendors. You're just paying your employees to smile and hold a credit card reader.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, that's my prediction. That is my prediction. In the next 3 years, PSA will host card shows.
This is the problem when big companies that do things well catch a whiff of a really profitable idea and a really profitable economy.
They're going to do it.
It sucks because it's better for it's easier for everybody.
Yep.
It is. It's easier for everybody. That's the consumer. And it's what's happened in many, many other niches.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Where it's like, eventually, McDonald's in the drive-thru wins out. But you know what? I'll say this. The little guys still battle.
Yeah.
You have your local burger joint and they have to charge, 40% more, but you start to be able to tell.
Yep.
The burger's better. Yep. There's more food on the plate. And I'll just say this, that's what's going to happen.
Yep.
If you want really reputable or rare cards, or you want, I think that's what would keep vendors alive, but I agree with you. I don't see eBay, GameStop, or PSA going away.
Nope.
Ever. I think they're too big to fail.
Yep.
And I think that our best bet is hoping that BGS and Tag can continue to at least compete in the market so that it's not monopolized and we find another engine to sell on besides eBay.
Yep. I agree, dude.
You got to find a new engine that's not just eBay has. Who is eBay's competition?
Nobody. TCG Player and Whatnot. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Whatnot's very different, right? Because
live
that's
streaming.
live. Mm-hmm. So it's really TCG
But
Player.
you can sell on Whatnot without live streaming too.
So there you go. Mm-hmm. So you gotta hope that these guys do well. Because I'll tell you right now, Scout's fears are probably gonna come reality no matter what.
Yeah.
But you do not want this community to die. And if that happens where vendors can't vend and the collector's not just collecting and it's all, I'm sorry, I'll say it, if it feels like a cryptocurrency,
because it is.
That's what it will become.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to end tonight's podcast on a sad note, but it has been a very wonderful conversation with you guys and with you.
We love you guys.
As always, we love you guys. And as always, signing off, my name is Pokey Scout.
I am Gentlelad Gaming.
And
this
has been Critical Hits. Thank you guys so very much for joining us on episode 22 of the podcast. Have a very, very lovely night.
Happy holidays, y'all.
Peace.